Are you thinking about improving your house, extending it, or building a new one? If so, you might be considering making your home more environmentally friendly. During your research, you might have come across the term passive house design and wonder what it means. Let me explain. I'm Jean-Michel, founder of Planage, a passive house contemporary design architecture firm in Washington, D.C.
And I love creating modern spaces and not ignoring climate change.
Today, I'm going to give you a short introduction to passive house design. When we discuss sustainability, we often talk about reducing fossil fuels usage. Passive house design goes further. In addition to favoring renewable energy, like solar panels, its goal is to reduce a building's energy needs while still providing comfortable living spaces. Created in Germany 25 years ago, passive house is a set of self-imposed rules that guides architects in designing buildings that use 75% less energy than a conventional building. Dr. Wolfgang Feist built the first passive house building by computing every detail about his building in a complex spreadsheet to calculate its thermal performance before construction. This spreadsheet was the first version of the Passive House Planning Package, or PHPP, which creates a very scientific approach to sustainable design. Today, any architect working on a passive house uses an evolved version of Dr. Feist's PHPP and enters all sorts of information about the project during the design and construction phases to make sure the building will meet passive house requirements. Information entered into the PHPP includes the construction materials, the type of windows, the facade's orientation, the height of adjacent buildings, and on and on. The very detailed calculations takes into consideration almost everything you can think of when designing a building. The PHPP's purpose is to ensure the building consumes less than 4,750 British thermal units per square feet per year. That's almost nothing compared to a conventional building that consumes about 20,000 BTUs per square feet per year. It's nearly a 75% reduction in energy usage. Can you imagine reducing your own energy bills by that much? How much would you save each year?
I'll be curious to know, so take out your calculator and let me know how much you'll be saving every year.
There are two other things that you should know about passive house. First, passive house design, unlike its name suggests, is not limited to single-family homes. It is applicable to any type of building. Schools, offices, and apartment buildings have been designed successfully following passive house guidelines using only a quarter of the energy a similar building would need. Second, passive house is not only applicable to new builds. We can also apply passive house principles to an existing building, so long as the entire building is renovated. It's called a retrofit. A retrofit is more challenging than starting with a new build because some existing conditions can't be changed, such as building sun exposure or interiors historic details. Therefore, the passive house principles are slightly different for retrofits compared to the new builds. But in the end, we'll still achieve a rigorous level of energy efficiency and all the energy saving that comes with it. If you want to know more about passive house, check out my next video where I will go deeper into the approach and describe the 4 principles of passive house design.